Okay, so in some previous episodes, I've been conducting interviews with mortgage and real estate industry heavy hitters. Anyway, we're going to hit the brakes on that again this week, and we're going to give you that classic This Week Today special that you've come to know and love. Let's roll the lightning round. News, baby! Woo! Obviously, for the past couple months, COVID-19 has been rolling through with a vengeance, knocking over industries like it's made of toothpicks. One of those industries is, of course, taking a tough kick in the groin, the housing industry. It's always the housing industry, isn't it? Experts all squabbled whether this would be worse than the recession of the 07-08 era. And I'm here to report that after a not-so-shockingly slow April, things are heating up, like NBA Jam hot. The mortgage applications, let's just talk about that. To purchase a home, applications rose 6% last week and almost flat from the same period in 2019. Think about that. Almost no drop-off this time last year, but we're in the middle of a pandemic. But, you know, there's always a caveat. There's always a caveat, man. You know what I mean? Like, you can't wish for more wishes. It's weak. Anyway, buyers are ready to buy, but of course, there is not a lot out there to buy. Sellers ain't rushing back to the market like buyers, which was sort of the problem before the pandemic, so I'm not exactly surprised that that hasn't been solved yet. Continuing with the flattening the curve attitude for our hospitals, the forbearance curve is also beginning to flatten according to the Mortgage Bankers Association. According to the MBA, that's MBA, not NBA, even though we've all been thinking about the NBA since the end of The Last Dance. Man, that was so good, wasn't it? Anyway, the total number of loans now in forbearance rose to 8.16% during the week ending May 10th, up from 7.91% in the previous week. This is the smallest weekly increase since the week of March 16th. But that's not all the news that we have on forbearance. The Federal Housing Finance Agency, or FHFA, has announced that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac borrowers in forbearance can apply for refinancing and new purchase mortgages once their loans are current. It waives a previous mandatory wait of 12 months. This is a pretty big deal. You know, like Pink Panther. Play the clip.
I think I just got myself a pretty good deal.
Considering that just last week, we ran a story about people who had been placed under the Forbearance CARES Act category and couldn't get a refinance with the low rates, and it was making homeowners pretty upset. Check us out next week. Will we have another interview? Another classic episode? We don't know. Tune in next week to Dragon Ball Z. No. This Week Today. Tune in next week to This Week Today.